Well, hello and welcome to the Planning Hub. And today we are going to be talking about flowers with lovely Whitewed approved Louise of Wendy House Flowers. And here she is. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
So, obviously flowers, it's a whole world of queries and options and pricings and what to do where and so on and so forth. So Louise is going to share with us a few of her real top tips on getting it right. So, should we start at the beginning?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's have a think. So the bride's journey, let's start with a consultation. So what is really useful to actually take with her? Obviously we need her to show up with stuff to help you out.
That can help. I would say probably the main things is just have an idea. We do get brides that they don't have a clue what they want, they may have a colour scheme, they may have a venue picked. The key is to really pick out what it is that you want to express on the day. So if you have a particular colour that you want to go with, if you want to fit with the style of the venue, if you have a theme, so it may be a particular era, it may be a particular style, like a woodland style, then we can work from that. Not all people know every flower, they don't know the names, and I think sometimes they feel a lot of pressure to know everything, but that's our job, that's where we come in.
Yeah.
Basically they just need to come in with the ideas and just some inspiration as to where they want to take it, and we can just pick up from that.
And allow you to be the expert and give them some really good advice on that as well.
Definitely, and to have a realistic expectation, I think that's probably the most crucial thing, is that with Pinterest and with a lot of ideas out there, a lot of the things that are classed as DIY are not DIY, they're professional photo shoots.
Their styles, their spend
they are,
over.
and it's thousands of pounds involved. So really, let the florist help you. If you've got a particular budget, if it's a low budget or if it's a high budget, we can work within that, but you have to give us the option to give you that, that chance. So don't assume that because you have a low budget you still can't have a big impact. That's where we come in, so we can really help with that.
Good stuff. Okay, so what are your top tips that you would give over to a bride and groom now? So where is it that you frequently find that they come unstuck, or like we were talking earlier about how they hold that bouquet incorrectly and so on. So how would you work with that?
I think from the outset, the main worry that a lot of brides have, aside from the money, is that they don't often know what suits them. So, for instance, a person's body shape and their height. If we have very petite brides, they're worried that they have to have a very small bouquet, otherwise they'll look too small. Larger brides, they're worried that if they have, they need a big bouquet to kind of hide their middle and things like that. And actually, it's not true. It's kind of like the myth that stripes make you look wide, and they don't. So actually it's a case of finding out what style of dress they're going to be wearing, their height, their physique, taking that into account, and then we can work from that, because a lot of the shapes of a bouquet can actually elongate the body, can make you appear taller, can make you appear slimmer, and the same, if you are a 5'3" bride, having a big shower bouquet will not necessarily make you look smaller.
No,
so
of course not.
there's a lot of things we can kind of take into account, and I think from the men's side of things, they're always worried about colour. The biggest fear is that the bride's going to choose fuchsia pink. They hate pink.
Yeah.
But actually,
But it so suits them as well.
It does. It's really good. So we need to know the colour of the suits, what kind of a scheme they're going for, and perhaps even not necessarily go with the exact colour. Exact colour matching doesn't always work. Sometimes a blend or a range of colours, or even contrasting colours, can actually complement the wedding.
Well, it's like Cadbury's purple. I mean, it's really in vogue at the moment. And
It's
it's a
everywhere.
trademarked colour. You can't get it.
No.
So it's best to have a liner kind of purple and a soft
Definitely.
cream, or
The wish is that they want the exact colour, and actually you're never going to get that in nature, so you have to be realistic. There are specific colours that we can get in purple, but not roses, so just be open-minded and go with it. And actually a colour blend will look so much richer and so much more lush than an all-colour.
Absolutely.
bouquet, definitely.
And I think as well it gives something for the eye to be drawn to with the whole wedding scheme when it all comes together, because couples will just walk around and go, oh, that's lovely, that's lovely, that's lovely, that's lovely.
Textures are very, very crucial, especially if you want to have that sort of country, vintagey look. Having a mix of different colours, shapes, textures, just that whole range just makes everything look so much richer and so much more expensive. So you can get a very nice, classy, elegant look by actually mixing your flowers rather than going for just all roses or you know, all of the same
Absolutely.
colour. So it's definitely key to kind of work with that.
And one thing that I always get asked with my clients is, can we get this flower? Is that flower available? How will that look? Actually, seasonal key? Is it best to go seasonal? Is it lusher to go seasonal?
It's harder now to say that there is seasonal because the wholesalers and the growers have worked very hard based on the demand of what brides want each year, that they are now able to produce most flowers all year round. However, the quality will drop. So if you're after peonies in September, you're really going to be pushing it. And really, you need to kind of work with what is at its peak. So yeah, going for certain things that are an all year round flower, absolutely fine, go with that. But if you're looking for things like peonies, hydrangeas, things that really are only crucial at a certain time of year, really stick with that time of year.
Absolutely. And also the costing goes sky high. And
It
you
does.
can't, I'm sure you can't always guarantee that you would be able to get the quality that you would prefer to have.
No, it does play up a little bit, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. They often wonder why flowers are so expensive and, you know, why we have to charge so much sometimes. And actually there's an awful lot of labour and time that goes into it, not just from us, but I mean the amount of time that the growers have to put into it. So actually, if you're going for something that's classed as on trend at that time, you are going to be paying a premium because it's the supply and demand. If you want to go for something that's more personal to you, rather than following fashion, you're going to find your money goes a lot further.
Absolutely. And then that's where you come in, because you'll be able to advise them on how to make that go further.
Absolutely, yes.
And it doesn't all have to be jam jars.
No, actually sometimes it's better to avoid the jam jars and go for something that's very, very quirky and a bit personal. And that's sort of where our specialist area is, as well as vintage. It's doing themed style weddings. So whether it be, you know, woodland, Disney, you know, it could be absolutely anything. If it's personal to you, let us know and we will take that throughout the whole wedding and make it an absolute wow.
Absolutely. And I suppose there's also an element of a bride coming to you, a bride and groom coming and saying, okay, we have X amount of money, we have this many tables, we have this many bouquets, off you go. And that's almost better, because you can then come up with some really creative designs for them.
And that is the fun of it, that's the thrill almost, for someone to just say, do you know what, this is all I'm thinking of, run with it. And I recently had a bride that did that. I had 8 different tables and she just said, these are the colours, these are the flowers I like, go for it.
Absolutely.
And it came off perfectly because she had no restrictions and no preconceived ideas, and it worked so much better that way. And it's lovely if, you know, you get that trust from the couple.
Definitely. So I suppose really our key things from our conversation would be to have a good theme in mind.
Absolutely.
So whether it's a theme or a colour or an idea or a favourite, something along those lines. Be personal with it.
Absolutely.
Have a good idea of that budget, but really understand that Louise is the expert. So let her run with it, because she's very clever.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you've got something, whatever it is, let it shine, because there's nothing worse than going to a friend's wedding or family's wedding and saying, I like what they had, I'm going to do the same. It doesn't always work. Make it your wedding, make it stand out, make it personal to you, and you will have people talking about it for years.
And that's what it really is all about.
Absolutely.
Of course it's about the wedding itself, but we like that as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Louise. So as we say, Louise at Wendy House Flowers, and do tap on the link below for her directory page. Thank you.
Thank you.